What's up, witches? It's Luna here, and another unboxing so soon? Yes, because I have a birthday haul. Let's show you. I'm so excited. So this package showed up. I knew it was coming because my viewer told me. Here's my gift note. Love your channel. My username is Coco on YouTube. Hopefully one day I can join your live reading, but from Kie Otsuka. And どうもありがとうございました。日本語が上手じゃない。でもこれは大好き。大好きよ。Okay, so I have just butchered the Japanese language, but thank you so much. She sent me 2 decks, the Mystical Dream Tarot and the Inner Fucking Peace deck. You know what's really cool about my wish list is I slap so many decks on that list, and I just look at, I'll see an unboxing, go, yeah, throw it on the list, and then I forget what's on that list. So when somebody goes and digs deep, and I don't remember ever seeing this deck, so I'm wondering if Coco, if you might have found like this one on the list and then added this one, which you can do. If you go to my wish list and there's something that's not on that list that you'd like to send me, I think you can choose your own. So I'm going to unbox this one first. This will be in a separate video. I can't fucking wait. So if you weren't aware, next Monday, August 1st, Lammas, is my birthday. I'm so glad they picked a pagan holiday for it. But if you'd like to send me a birthday gift, I will read for you on the unboxing video, just as I'm going to read for Kia here. So as you see, I have not even removed the plastic. Hold on. Okay. The Mystical Dream Tarot by Janet Piedelato, Life Guidance from the Depths of Our Unconscious. It's got a pull-out ribbon. This is by Red Wheel, Awakening to the Truth of Dreams. Okay, let's take a look at all sides. We've got the title there. All right. This remarkable tarot emerges directly from the mystical realms of dream and vision, manifesting completely fresh imagery, pregnant with possibilities that shine light upon the hidden and reveal new pathways of understanding. Each image, direct from the author's own dream experiences, is an original offering, rich with powerful insights designed to awaken that which is essential for moving forward on your life journey of self-discovery. The stunning deck and accompanying guidebook invite you to discover the wisdom and truth that lie beyond waking reality, and to draw upon the power of your unconscious, the insight of your psyche, to meet life's challenges and achieve your goals. I'm really liking this soft gray, bluey gray kind of thing. 78 richly symbolic tarot cards, 160-page book of interpretation, illustrated by Tom Duxbury. So, the dream visions, or the text is Janet, and the concept, and then we have an artist. So we're pulling out the drawer here. A little tough, but that's okay. Nice big book. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Life Guidance from the Depths of Our Unconscious. That's what it says on the front of the box. This is copyright 2019. Okay. I'm going to read these 2 little things. I have met death in many guises, but never as a red fox with a chubby angel balancing on his whiskers. This radically original image, Trump 13 in the Mystical Tarot, springs fresh from the author's dreams and intuitive life, and is a sample of what to expect and not expect from her fascinating creation. Janet Piedelato has given us something other than yet another deck of 78 cards. She provokes us to let our own imagination stir in the presence of what she brings from her own depths. and to use her images not as formulaic messages, but as a prompt to create our own meanings and dream onward. Wonderful. That's a quote from Robert Moss, best-selling author of Conscious Dreaming, The Secret History of Dreaming, and Sidewalk Oracles, Playing with Signs, Symbols, and Synchronicity in Everyday Life. I'm very intrigued with that last one. And now, this is a tarot deck like nothing you've ever seen or experienced. Years in the making, these portrayals of archetypal themes have emerged from the imaginal world. They were given pictorial form by Dr. Janet Pidolato, whose preparation for this task includes decades of immersion in dreams, shamanism, mythology, as well as the social and biological sciences. Wow, weighty. Each image is worth your focus, your study, and the application of your inner and outer life, and that is from Stanley Krippner, PhD, international dream pioneer, co-author of Personal Mythology, Extraordinary Dreams and How to Work with Them, and Dreamtime and Dream Work, Decoding the Language of the Night. Wow! Okay, so we've got an introduction, got the majors, the minors, working with the deck, notes on readings. This is a lengthy introduction, so I am not going to read it. Let's read the first paragraph, because hopefully, if we've learned how to write, that first paragraph is going to be a preview of coming attractions, a condensation of the whole introduction. Dreams, beautiful dreams, phantasmagorical journeys beyond the ordinary. I have spent my life dreaming. Perhaps it was the lack of funds and books in my childhood home that led to my writing, drawing, and recording my dreams, or it may just be that I was born to dream and to bring the gifts of dream to waking reality. There's a prominent Neptune in this chart, I will guarantee you. Wherever the truth lies matters little, for in the end I simply identify myself as a dreamer. Pretty remarkable if I give it thought, if I look through my life from childhood to old age. I have been infant, daughter, wife, mother, widow, student, and teacher, yet through it all, I remain simply a dreamer. True to my affinity with ancient traditions where individuals spent their lives creating monuments to the afterlife, I erected my memorial stone decades ago. I have Dreamer carved beneath my name. For while the seasons of life have stripped me of many of my former identities, what I began with, I end with, for being a dreamer is my epithet. Okay. Let's pull. Okay, now I'm not a big fan of this kind of packaging. The main reason is I have found that other decks, like I think the Wildwood is one, but it's okay with that one. I think there's an Arthurian as well, that it's apparent that the cards themselves for each section are printed and cut separately, so you have a deck where these things don't match size-wise. All right, let's pull off the plastic. Ditch that. So let's do that first. Is notice whether they are cut. They are cut evenly. Thank the maker. But do you see the break there though? Because they've kind of lived separately, they have a little bit of a different curve to them. There's the back of this box with its pull. Zoomy zooms. Okay, here are the backs. So we have that same sunburst that we've seen on the back of the box and the back of the drawer, I guess I'll call it. Okay, right off the rip, who boy are we ever divergent from traditional symbols, and they've been right up front about that. That's what I really like. On the back of the box it tells us immediately that we're going someplace else with this, and I guess the starburst is the back of the drawer and the back of the book. Okay, so let's go intuitively. The Innocent, we have a snake coiled around, it looks like a tree, but the tree's been topped. It looks like almost a mushroom cloudy sort of thing. We've got mountains. We've got something coming out of the snake's mouth. These curving, curling, almost snaky-like things themselves, almost a plant-like look, I don't know. And then these sort of swirling things. The innocent, and then this orb that looks a lot like an iris with a white pupil. All right. This is going to send me straight to the book because I want to connect in that way as well. So we have on the first page of the Major Arcana, we have a list of all of the cards, what they are called of the majors, what they're called in traditional, what they are called in this deck. The Fool is the innocent. And then we go straight into the cards. So, the innocent represents the omnipotence of potential, the orb of light that shines within the inner realm of creation onto the external world of destruction. Balanced upon the ancient Egyptian symbol for stability, the Jed pillar. That's why it looks familiar. It's this pillar with the things going across. Okay, you can see that in Way of Cartouche video. God of death and resurrection, the orb contains all possibilities, life and death. It's this knowledge that maintains the harmony and stability of life. So we have a couple good paragraphs here about the card itself, and then we have an in a reading section. The innocent is one who endeavors to transcend all things in order to follow the impulse. Okay, returning to one's place of origin is likened to returning to birth, unprejudiced, unfettered with dogma, free to enter into life. Unclothed, the innocent is not yet born, nor yet touched, or not yet touched by corruption or physical reality. Thus, the seeker, as the innocent, sees a dream world, rich and full, waiting to manifest, pure potential awaiting action. Now, what I'm looking for here, all right, in the description, we do talk about the kind of the general vibe, and then we talk about the image itself. The red serpent energy is ever present, a grim reality of the waking physical world, pouring out the products of putrefaction and decay in order to recycle them into new birth. So this is the putrefaction and decay, the black and the green. The serpent reminds the innocent that all birth rests upon death, and that death gives rise to birth. This is the initiate's wisdom. So in this way, this card of the innocent belongs at the end as well as the beginning of the Major Arcana. That 0 card does not have a place in the order, and I like this. Life's deepest mystery lies in this unending cycle. The innocent is ready to burst through the watery womb of eternity into the corrupt world of the manifest. All begins in perfect balance upon the pillar of stability, yet the dance of life is to maintain that balance. Okay. So, hooey. Let's just go here. The Master of Secrets is the Magician. So here we do have some traditional imagery. But I see a cup, I see a rock and a rose, and a manuscript or a scroll, and then we've got this thing that could be wand, could be sword, coming down from the side. These do have a limited color palette. This blue-gray is the general vibe of it all, and I like that because it is a dreamy kind of color. It's that liminal, you know, it's sort of a color but sort of a neutral, but you know, that liminal space that dreams occupy. I like that. The Priestess of Dreams. So here she is with her book under her arm, and we've got, is that a cloud? Is that fabric? Is that the veil that she's releasing? I like it. The Dream Carrier is the Empress. So she's also got the book in her lap and something else. There's that like a pentacle. There's the pomegranate. Her gown has like these fiery elements, but then it's dissolving into water, and there's this child that is looking very forlorn. And then we have the Emperor, the Dream Protector. So this was the Dream Carrier, and then the Dream Protector. Wow. interesting patterning on the clothing. Very interesting. Then we have the Hierophant. So Hierophant is Hierophant. And he's poised over a cauldron with the fumes coming up. Look at this figure in the background, like arms outstretched. I don't know if that's like coming out of his head or up on that hill. We've got an eclipse going on. Kind of reminds me of the Pythia that would sit in the Temple of Delphi, and they would sit above these cracks where fumes were coming up from the earth and make their prophecies. Here's the Lovers. Wow, look at that. Amazing. It's sort of like the goddess Nut, you know, bridging over. The Moon Chariot, and here we go into this beautiful rose color. So the Chariot is the Moon Chariot, and again we have an eclipse. We have a solar eclipse. The moon, the emotions, the receptive, eclipsing that daylight vision. So here we see the dreams, dream life kind of eclipsing waking consciousness. Wow. Mat is Justice. So this deck we have Justice as 8 and Strength as 11. Look at her wings. The Wisdom Teacher. Here's the Hermit. So she's teaching a child. And it's interesting because I can almost see little animal forms here. I don't know whether that's supposed to be, but I see a rabbit there. So again, this liminal space that we're taken into, the Ouroboros instead of the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune usually does have like that image on it somewhere, where the end meets the beginning. And look at the crystals. Sophia. So here is the Strength card. She's got a serpent wrapped around her holding a cup, a flaming trident. There's a bird, a fish. Then we have the Hanged Man, which is the Hanged Man. And this mermaid and a wolf and a clock. Look at the clock. 10 after 12. That's on fire. Wow. Wise Fox. So this is the Death card. Wow. And I mean, the skeleton certainly says that, the little angel, but Wise Fox. And that's what he was talking about in this first comment here is, I've met death in many guises, but never as a red fox with a chubby angel balancing on its whiskers. There we go. Here's Temperance. We have like a shovel and a vessel. Again, we've got sun and moon here. Something that could never happen, because if we're seeing a full moon, it's opposite the sun. Very interesting. And these are, I think, roses all around. The Sorcerer. So this is the Devil. The angel wings up there. Lots of eclipses going on here. New moon, full moon. There's a cup. So this serpent is spewing out this green stuff. I'm assuming that's more ick, like it was in The Innocent. And look at the cross. The Divine Tower. Look at this skull. We've got the little sunburst image there. Another eclipse. What's in the eyes? I can't really... The Dream Angel. So here we have the Star card, the Dream Angel. The Moon. Look at the house being washed away by waves. Wow. The Sun. These are really, really stunning images. And then we have Judgment. The fish. Here's this cloaked figure again that was at the top of the mountain in the Hierophant. And there's a figure up here as well. The 2 serpents. So this gate, kind of these people rising up to go through the gate, maybe. Serpentia Sol is the world. Amazing. Okay, the Ace of Wands. Look at her rising up out of the lotus. If you had to tell me without knowing it was wands, or had, me guess, I would have said this was cups. But it's wands. Here's the 2. Look at her. I'm just going to let you take in these images. There's like a little scarab up there. There's the 3, the 4. We get a little vibe of the traditional there. The 5. Wow, like the boat is being pulled by a fish. The 6. Let's look at, I want to look at the minors and see. So again, we have a page each. For the minors, we've got a description, and then we have inner reading and reversed. I didn't see, because all right, in the majors also, when you get to inner reading, just the last part of that section talks about reversals. So, goody. All right. The joy of creation reaches the ultimate alchemical level. The alchemical vessel carries life. Children are birthed, the womb is fertile, and increases are present everywhere. Life multiplies. The ripe burgundy grapes on the right-hand side of the card having trouble finding those. Like can't find them at all. Demonstrate the sweetness of the harvest. Life is sweet where there is balance, where one cuts through the illusions of temporary discord and folly, settling comfortably in the home of love. All right. The grapes. I'm coming up close because I can't find burgundy grapes. I see some grapey kind of things down there, but I don't see no burgundy grapes. Interesting. Progress towards creation. The fruits of one's labor finally yield abundance. Self-realization, reaping the rewards of truth, a job, relationship, or position where there is balance, beauty and joy in both the creating and the creation. All right, so interesting. And this is where I'm reminded that we have an illustrator bringing to life the author's descriptions, and so I think something got missed there. 7 of Wands. The 8. Look at the mummy in the middle of a circle of fire. The 9. Okay, we definitely get the vibe of protection, but look at the noose. Oy. And there's the 10, and we have a cross again. All right, so for page, we have the dreamer. Then we have spirit, lady, and lord. Dreamer, spirit, lady, and lord. And here comes that serpent again. Wow. Okay, here are the cups. The Ace of Cups showing 2 people. So that tells me that connection is the basis of this suit of cups. Connection, affection, love, what draws us to. Here's the 2, riding on a seahorse. The 3, look at the lion. A steaming lion coming out of a boiling cauldron. Wow, here's the 4. Here are the fates. Spinning, measuring, cutting. There's 4 fates here. There's usually 3. Here's the 5 of Cups. So here's where we have the image that is typically the Ace of Cups, showing a chalice with a host and a dove. So there are some Christian symbols obviously, in this deck. And, you know, in Western culture, can you really get away from that? Because Christianity is such a cornerstone of Western culture. Six of Cups, reflection. Oof, literally reflection. Here's the Seven. Look at that scarab. And a Tower. The Eight. And Jonah in the belly of the whale. The Nine. Oh! Look at the spinning atom and these men with their hands on the paths. Wow. The 10. Scale. I don't know what this is. Looks like a slug. We've got flames and an eclipse again. Fish and snake. Again, these watery symbols. And a crescent moon. So this is the dreamer, the spirit, looking very internal, the lady, and the Lord. Wow, look at the blindfold on him. It's not a blindfold, it's a mask. Here we have swords. The Ace. So we've pierced this, maybe the egg that the serpent has come from, and his head is upside down. Man, these are incredible. 2. Look at the biplane. It's fascinating. And like the roots or the branches coming out from this green snake. The 3 of Swords. We are cutting apart a chain. 4 of Swords. The 5. The 6. A chess game. The 7. Wow. Phases of the moon. Here's the 8 of Swords. We don't have a blindfold, but we've got hair down over the eyes. I need water. The 9 of Swords. The house kind of crumbling on the inside. Look at the floor breaking apart. So this can talk about your foundations crumbling. You know, the ground beneath your feet. Here's the 10 of Swords. Look at the bull. And these little flamey fairy kind of beings. Wow. The Dreamer. Look at the flow from the breasts. That's beautiful. The Spirit of Swords. We've got a scorpion and a peacock tail. The Lady of Swords. All wrapped up in the mind. And the Lord. And now the Pentacles. There's the Ace with bread, handing out bread. 2. All the flowing garments are amazing too. 3 of Pentacles. Picking fruits. The 4 is an onion. So what does that talk to me about? It talks to me about layers. Layers and layers, peeling back layers. The 5 of Pentacles. Again, we've got someone like in the belly of a fish, sort of. The 6. Oh, look at that white kitty. It's a pie racket. The 7 of Pentacles. The 8. The frog and the lightning, and it looks like a lampshade or a drum. 9. 10. We have the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Ra. We've got the Jet again. Looks like maybe a scarab. And this owl. And look at the hands. Oof! The Dreamer. The Spirit. Look at that. The Lady. Ancient Goddess. And the Lord. Look at the nuns. All right. This is amazing. I need to get a charcoal, sorry. Not even going to try to break it. Let's just fire it up. All right. I am so grateful for this deck. Zooming out. Okay. So, I don't have any sage here, and that's okay. We're going to invite and welcome guides and guardians, allies and ancestors here to this deck. I offer you fresh water and the fire of Azrael. I offer you air and fire, and I offer you salt and water, water and earth, and I offer you the sound of the bell. Now, a shuffle. Dun dun dun. They're kind of chunky. The cardstock is a bit thick, but hey, they shuffle well. That's nice. Come on up here, everybody. See how they bridge. Not so hot. All right, let's do that again. And then once they're together, they do fit together all right. Ow. All right. These don't like riffle shuffling, but I'm going to do it again just because I'm stubborn. I am terribly, terribly stubborn. There we go. All right, I have a feeling the more I shuffle these, the better they will like it. One more. Okay. All right. Now, so this is a reading for our test drive. Oh, you know what? I want to look at the back of the book to see what kind of spreads they recommend here. So when we get to the end of all of the descriptions, then we have a working with the deck section. We have the waking dream spread. What should I focus on this day? How can I be most productive this day? What do I need to resolve my present situation? So those are questions that you can frame for this waking dream. We have the issue at hand. What influences its progress from the previous day? The new influence present in the coming day, and the possible outcome. I think we might go with that because the dream cycle spread is a big one. Then we have the dream of hidden treasure spread, which is also a big one. The dream wisdom spread, 8 cards. The other ones were 9, the other bigger ones. This one, though, let's see here. Dream life cycle spread is a 15 card spread. So we're going to go with the waking dream spread. So, for YouTube viewer, Hie Otska, thank you for giving me your name. Coco, viewer name Coco, for Coco. They're telling me to cut and pull. So this is what, you know, when you have a deck that is unshuffleable, this one is not unshuffleable, but it's not an easy shuffle. And the you know, cut and pull or the spread and pull gets rid of the problem of unshuffleable decks. So 4 cards here. Oh, wait, I want to see the categories again so I can pick for each one. Let me put this here. The issue, okay. The issue at hand. I'm getting 2, so I'm going to set this one over here. The second one is what influences its progress from the previous day. The new influence present in the coming day. I'm going to shuffle again. And then possible outcome. They're telling me shuffle again. All right. They were also yelling at me to take one off the top for down here. So let's just set these over here and then we'll see how it goes. All right. And I'm assuming, you know, with a deck that is based in dream, based in the unconscious or the subconscious, logic doesn't really have much place. We really need to open up to intuition and let it run the show here. So, Seven of Cups is the issue at hand. All right, this is a card of dreamers and lovers, of unrealistic expectations, of a fantasy of love that cannot be matched by reality. The lover born of make-believe is unattainable, yet sought by the romantic who cannot see the unreality of the vision. The fantasy lover dwells beyond the towering skyscrapers. The vision is as elusive as the barely visible clouds that drift in the heavens. Sadly, like the clouds, the only way this love shall come to earth is in a shower of tears or the crashing destruction of a thunderbolt. Holy moly. For the cloud of unknowing will eventually collapse, leaving the romantic with nothing but the deflated dream in the pool of tears. This is the impossible dream of the escapist who may tenaciously hold on to it. All right, I will finish reading this. The scarab holds the dream. Okay, the dream is one of eternal love, matching the gods of ancient mythology. The scarab holds the dream which is seen reaching the realm of heaven. If this vision turns away from the unrealistic fantasy of the impossible, it can birth a love that manifests compassionate acts. Devotion to an idea can create the opportunity of a partnership in altruistic endeavors, where the drive shall yield good acts. Once they awaken to reality, the seeker can move beyond the illusions and thus direct their drive and passion towards good works. In a reading, unrealistic views may block the seeker from seeing and accomplishing good works. If there is an awakening, it is a good time for a realistic beginning of a new relationship, business or personal. Passion expended can manifest altruistic works, fantasy and illusions. So we do have an accord with the traditional Seven of Cups meaning, which talks, shows all the cups in the air and the person looking. So it's all of these illusions, all of these paths that we can choose. And so this is talking about moving beyond illusion, recognizing where we are operating from illusion and delusion. When it was talking about partnerships and the lover, this can talk about falling in love with someone's potential rather than who they are showing you they are. Okay, so somebody can be showing you, this is who I am, but you fall in love with them, but I know who you can be, and that is a curse to both people. Because you are setting yourself up to get disillusioned when you are operating from illusion, and it's a vile thing to curse someone that you love, that you think you love, with your idealistic ideas of their potential. So at the barest level, we are talking about coming into realization of where our thinking is confused, where we're operating on an internal illusion rather than external reality. Now, the next thing is what influences its progress from the previous day. So what is influencing the progress of this illusion or the uncovering of illusion? And I'm going to key in on this awakening word, unrealistic views blocking you. And so what's called for here is an awakening. What from the previous day can help this awakening? And we have another seven. We have the Seven of Swords. All right, I won't read the whole thing. So we've got this cup and a sword and a man standing there in the phases of the moon. All right, the seeker must pause and contemplate the dream with a view to separating foolish aspiration from sound, reasonable aims. So we've had some visions from the previous day where there's a grand idea here, and then today, because this is the previous day, today maybe we're waking up from that and going, that's not so realistic. So thinking about, in a reading it says, lack of confidence battles with belief in one's dream. Fear challenges hope. Balance is sought to move ahead. All right, so there's the other side of this too. The illusion might be that we can't do this because this is talking about a lack of confidence. So maybe, you know, what's happening is yesterday there's like this dream, this thing that you're very attracted to. Here's something that I want to do, but your lack of confidence is saying you can't do that. And that's the illusion that you're waking up from, is this idea that you cannot fulfill your dreams. But the thing that we need to know is that our dreams are there for a reason. They really do belong to us. And if it weren't already in you, if the potential for realizing this dream and this goal, this desire, were not already within you, you wouldn't be desiring it to begin with. We don't desire things that we have no connection to. We don't. We desire that which is already in us, which we need to bring forth. Okay? So, waking up from the illusion of I'm not good enough, I can't do. So this card talks about uncertainty ruling, feeling isolated and alone. Okay, so waking up from this illusion of uncertainty. The third one is, come on, the new influence present in the coming day. So the new influence is the Dreamer of Pentacles, which is the page. Now we get to see how the court cards operate. So thank you, deck, for giving me all except a major. We do have a major that wanted to come out over here. All right, this is going to be interesting. In the many doors of life's unending passageways is a keyhole seeking the key of entry. Possession of the key is essential to passing from one phase into another, and in the end to attaining entrance into the abode of success. All right, so there's a big keyhole here. How did I miss that? We've got a rooster and a crab and a wolf. The seeker is represented by the female at the center of the keyhole. She gains access to the depths of the unconscious, embracing the crab, the power to delve into the depths, and the wolf, the voracious appetite for life, physical well-being, and satisfaction. She is empowered with the ambition, energy, and courage to approach that which seems dangerous. All right, in a reading, it's a diligent, patient, and devoted survivor. Constancy and loyalty pay off, attainment of one's goal, creativity, birth, carrying the key of success. So the new influence present is the devoted survivor there is reminding yourself of what you have accomplished in the past. Reminding yourself of every time that this lack of confidence has surfaced and you have pushed through it. You've survived these bouts of lack of self-confidence. And you are waking up from another round of I can't do it. And so she is saying you've got a track record of surviving every shitty day you've ever lived through. And you've gained strength from it. And you have the strength, the constancy, the diligence, the creativity. You have the key to your own success today. And that key is in remembering, I hear Mufasa, remember who you are. Remembering your past successes. Remembering that you are capable. And then the last is the possible outcome. And here we have 10 of Swords. Oof. Something needs to fall. Something needs to be let go of. All right. The horned beast forms a bridge between dream and waking reality. Communication with a beloved ancestor opens through the bridge to the within. The horned beast represents the power to transcend waking reality. The horns of the moon sit prominently upon his head, generating inner energy. Okay, I'm going to go straight to the in a reading, recognizing the invisible force beyond a ruinous situation, loss, or death, exhaustion suffered by tragedy, the end of a dream, and the need to let go and attempt to rebuild a broken life into something nurturing and new. Wow. Okay, so there's something here that I'm just hearing the phrase beating a dead horse. There's something here that really does need to be let go of. So maybe the illusion in the past of, the I can't do it in the past is from going after something that isn't really your own dream, that is what somebody else has said it should be attractive to you. Here's the way you should go. So we're waking up from this illusion of I'm not really attracted by that. That's not really what I want to do. And that gives you the key to look at your own dream. Now let's go here, where we did get a major coming out from the issue at hand. So the issue at hand really is about what you are attracted to. Hold on, let me put 9. Okay, here we go. This isn't the Lover's card, but the 7 of Cups talks about relationships and the illusions at work in relationships, and the Scarab there talks about death and rebirth. So here is this structure built. These blocks are the efforts that you've made to attain a certain goal. And we're looking at these efforts here and thinking and looking at what's been built from them and asking, is this what I really wanted to build? Is this what I really wanted to happen? And so it's a reassessment on an emotional level, because it's cups. I mean, the imagery here really is wonderful and intuitively accessible. All right. Wisdom teacher. Solitary hermit. In a reading, the appearance of the wisdom teacher may indicate the arrival of good, solid counsel, an advisor, a spiritual leader, or therapist whose help can bring the seeker to a new level of self-awareness and wisdom. So here we are again looking at the relationships we've been attracted to, how they are based on our foundational experiences of like home life and mom and dad, and looking for a new level of awareness of what is it that I want myself. The card can suggest the ushering in of a time of silence and solitude or meditation, a time to go beyond the ignorance that blocks truth. So if a relationship is what's being sought here, this also says that the issue might be the lack of a relationship, that there's not one for me and it's an issue. Okay. If there's a situation at hand that needs counsel, this is the time to stand back and evaluate things with professional help. I am such a firm believer in counseling. The wisdom teacher is one who will walk with the seeker, listen to the story of woe, and slowly, tenderly shed light upon the path ahead. And look at the child here. This is the inner child stuff. So again, this tells me that this is foundational things that were taught either directly or just by soaking it up from your home life, from your upbringing. So this is where we start separating who you were born to be from who you were trained to be. The wisdom teacher reversed can indicate a withdrawal, isolating one from the others. Okay, we're not doing the reverse. And then this came as a last, the Two of Wands. So we're talking about something really needing to go bye-bye here. Let me go back to this Ten of Swords. The end of a dream, exhaustion suffered by tragedy. So something here, a dream or an illusion is really crashing. And when we lose illusions, it can be terribly painful. For example, I remember, growing up thinking our family is so close and loving, and the realization I had in my 20s coming up on my Saturn return that No, it wasn't close. It was enmeshed. It was codependent. We didn't have a true loving relationship. We had codependency and enmeshment. All right, Two of Wands. Let's look at how these help the falling of this illusion. Too much thinking may lead to anxiety. The dream is not manifest yet. It takes time. The inertia is temporary. Writer's block. A lack of inspiration, a period of inaction as the time is not right. So this is saying that you've really got some deep internal work to do here. And that's, looking at her in the bed, it's like when you sort of step back from the outer world and give this wisdom teacher, whether this is an external teacher or just divine guidance from inside, you give it time to surface. Let the emotions surface. Let the realization that this is something that needs to go away, something that really is going away. I mean, this is not like a happy, happy, joy, joy reading here. It really does talk about something in the process. You're already in the process of losing illusions about what relationships are. You're already going deeply inside to look at these things, and always remember, today you have the key. You have the experience that is now teaching you these things. You are at a point of growth, moving beyond illusions. It's painful because you have to grieve what you used to believe. You have to grieve what you're realizing now just is not the truth. So we let go of these illusions that used to wear the disguise of truth, and allowing the truth to emerge, which takes us into a grief process, saying that something deep is working here and it is time to start the letting go and the grieving and the cleaning out of the old emotional stuff. Holy crap. This is quite the deck. I am absolutely thrilled. Like I said, I don't remember having any awareness of this deck at all. So I am doubly grateful for something that is just unique. This is, hold on. This is one of those decks that is going to put me through some new paces here. Absolutely. What I'm doing is, when I have decks that really are a new system here, that I just need to take it on its own accord rather than sitting down and trying to, I do what I call slow reading in the bathroom every morning while I'm, having a sit down. And I will take a book with me and just really start reading through, but it only allows me to read a little bit every day, and I can start really encountering. But this deck, I can tell you, is from the get-go, from the color palette, it's a shadow deck. This is going to be one of my favorite shadow decks. I already know that. So again, thank you, Coco. Thank you, Kie. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. I don't have any more Japanese to offer off the top of my head. So thank you once again. If you would like me to read for you, hit the Amazon wish list down below. Grab me a deck from that, because it's my birthday next Monday on August 1st. And I will continue to do birthday hauls. When I get a gift deck, I shoot the video that day if I possibly can. If not, I shoot it the next day and get it uploaded outside of the Monday, Friday schedule, so that you get to see, you get to have your reading as soon as possible. All right, you guys, like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. There's a bunch of links down below that you can, check out. Until I see you next time, which will be Wednesday for a live stream, this is Luna. Blessed be.